Hello everybody, welcome back to another review, and we're going to be talking about Winnie-the-Pooh Blood and Honey. I finally got to watch this fucking movie, but it was some fucking Spanish, so, and at that point I was like, fuck yeah, I'll just watch it because I want to see what the fuck happens, like, who dies and shit. So, this is a spoiler review if you haven't watched the movie yet, or whatever you want to call it. It's been out since the 15th of February, I believe. A lot of people do not like it, which I don't fucking understand why. Because in my opinion, it was a great fucking movie. Aside from it being fucking Spanish, but so let's get straight into it. So in the very beginning of the fucking movie, Christopher Robin goes to find Winnie the Pooh and Piglet and whatever the fuck. Oh yeah, all jokes aside, the very beginning tells you the story on how Winnie the Pooh wants to kill Christopher Robin, right? So, Christopher Robin grew up and he's like, I don't want to fucking be with you guys no more. So, he left them to starve. And, they had to eat one of their fucking, I don't know, friends. And it was so fucking terrible. Like, and that's how Winnie the Pooh became Winnie the Pooh in the fucking movie, horror movie, whatever you want to call it. But it's still fucked up how Christopher Robin decided to leave him. But uh, then you get to the very intro. Yeah, Christopher Robin has a wife or a girlfriend now, and they try to find Winnie the Pooh after all these years. And Piglet, I guess, if those are the only ones alive. And they end up stumbling onto their fortress or whatever the fuck we're gonna call it, big ass tree, where the fuck they live, or cave, and they just find like I think dead bodies. I'm not sure because the intro. But when they go in there, Christopher Robin's wife or girlfriend gets it to the fucking neck. Winnie Pooh ends up snapping her fucking neck, like twisting her head and shit. That's a brutal scene. And then Piglet and Winnie the Pooh find Christopher Robin. There's one on the other side, like one's on the left, which is Winnie the Pooh, and one's on the right, which is Piglet. And they capture him, but they don't kill him. But you'll get to find out what the hell happens to him. What happens to him in the movie. So then you stumble upon to these, I guess, college women, girls, school, whatever the fuck they're called, and they buy his cabin or whatever for the weekend, I guess. And then, like you see in the trailer, they end up getting fucked. But I think it fast forwards to the fucking night, I guess, and the girl that has the big busty tits, the white girl, is taking pictures. She thinks she's hot and shit, which she really is. And you get that weird flashing on and off fucking light, whatever the fuck I want to call it. And Piglet and before that, she takes the picture, and she notices that she noticed that Winnie the Pooh is in the background of her picture. And she zooms in, or whatever the fuck you, like, zoom in, whatever you want to call it. And she looks around, they're not there. But you get the weird flashing on and off light, and then they start coming up from behind her without her even noticing. So she's just sitting back in the hot tub chilling and shit. And then they eventually grab her by like, I think knock her out with the fucking, I don't know. And then get to the other scene where they have her tied up on the fucking road. Winnie the Pooh's in the fucking vehicle, and Piglet has the fucking sledgehammer. Some David Harbour shit with Violent Night. Good ass fucking movie. But so Piglet, I guess he uses the fucking sledgehammer to hold her down, and then Winnie the Pooh slowly runs over her head, which even I don't know if you're still alive when the tire is literally on your fucking head, like literally. Then he goes over and goes fucking splat, which is gnarly as shit. But they don't even show it, which it'll be pretty cool if they did. But they show a lot of gruesome scenes in this fucking movie. So fast forward to the fucking girls that are in the house. So they're scared because they see her dead body and it just says "get out" or whatever the fuck you want to say it, where it says. And Winnie the Pooh and Piglet are outside. They're terrorizing them, like trying to scare them and shit, which they are terrified. Because why the fuck would they not be after the friend got fucking killed? And they split up like idiots. In a horror movie, if you're in this life death situation, you should never split up. I guess another group goes the other way, another group goes this way, and then one of the groups end up going into the fucking pool, and the piglets literally trying, like literally Piglet has the fucking chain around his neck, like then he tries grabbing her with the chain, but it does not end up working. He tries doing it over and over again, but it doesn't work, right? And then motherfucker decides, fuck it, I'm gonna have to go chase after her myself because this fucking chain won't work. So he gets in the fucking pool. Literally, you get the underwater shots of her feet and then Piglet's fucking feet and shit. And he chases her in the water. Then when he gets right up to her, he literally fucking grabs the sledgehammer, pulls it back, and then fucking just knock her fucking, like, hits her on the fucking, like, cheek. Like, I don't know how you say it, like, hits her on the side of the cheek, and then blood spews out of her fucking mouth. And I guess she's dead. Then the other group sees the dead body, and then I guess the other friend ends up dying. I don't remember. I think she gets the meat grind. I think she gets. Oh yeah, I forgot one of the kills in the other early of the movie. So there's this girl that's running through the fucking forest. I guess Piglet or Winnie the Pooh is chasing after her, and then they end up putting her in a wood chipper and it ends up cutting her body up, which is fucking gnarly as shit. But back to the thing. So you get back to it where Winnie the Pooh is like, and then you get to see Christopher Robin. And they literally have him tied up like he's Jesus. Well, the reason why I say it like that, wait before I get to it. Winnie the Pooh, like, cries, honey, because I don't know why. Because Christopher Robin left them. And then eventually he starts picking out weapons, which one he wants to hurt him with, but he doesn't want to kill him actually, so he grabs a fucking wooden rope. It literally beats the fuck out of him, like whips him, like he's Jesus. Like, that fucking shit hurt. Like, no, like wouldn't they done it worse to Jesus? Like whatever the fuck they use, like shackles, like broken glass. Oh, that's terrible, man. But being beaten by a wood rope, that's still gotta fucking hurt. Then Christopher Robin's crying and shit, and then Winnie the Pooh ends up going out, and then I don't know if I'm missing a lot, but if I am, just let me know. But then eventually you get to the part where Winnie the Pooh has the other girl on the fucking thing, like I don't know what you call it. She's like laying down on this weird wood thing, and then he ends up, I guess. You can barely tell what he does, like how she dies. I guess he ends up crushing her skull. I'm not sure. Then the other friends end up finding her, and Winnie the Pooh is just feasting on honey while she's tied up and shit. And then he kills her. But then after that, the two girls find Christopher Robin tied up, and they let him free. And they also find another victim, which Winnie the Pooh and Piglet have recently had a victim, and they let her free, but she's fucking crazy. So she has a revolver and shit. Then you get to the part where she finds Winnie the Pooh or Piglet, and she's literally trying to shoot them, or shoot him, and she's literally walking around the fire like some badass scene, and she has the revolver like down to her side, and when she pulls it out, she turns out she has no fucking bullets. So she's a dumbass. And then she ends up I don't know. She ends up getting killed, I believe. I'm not sure, but then the other girls end up alerting Winnie, and he starts running after them and shit. But one of the girls end up capturing Piglet, and they fucked him up. Well, I don't know if I was like, there's no way he's dead by that. So, um, one of the girls tie him up, and she literally grabs a sledgehammer and starts beating the fuck out of him, like in the head and shit. And then one more, and then he dies, I guess. And I was like, there's no way he's dead because. But then Winnie the Pooh ends up finding the girl that killed him, and then ends up shoving a fucking knife through her fucking throat. Holy shit. Like, literally. That's what I love about horror movies. They're so fucking good. They're so good. Shoves a knife through her fucking throat. Gnarliest shit ever. And then he ends up finding the other girl and Christopher Robin. And I guess they're in a vehicle. And, ooh, yeah, I forget. Hold on. Well, the two girls, before the other one got the knife through the throat, they end up finding. Winnie Pooh chases them through the fucking forest and shit. And they find these hillbillies, or whatever the fuck you want to call them. And then you have this fucking awesome standoff with Winnie the Pooh and all four of these hillbillies. And Winnie the Pooh lets them beat the fuck out of him for some weird ass reason, but then he gets really pissed. He ends up killing them. I think he ends up twisting the other guy's fucking hand. He ends up stomping on one of their fucking heads. He ends up stabbing one in the eye, I believe, or cutting their hand off, and then the other one, I forget, but then he ends up going after the women, and then the women put the car in drive mode, and they end up running him over, but when they're driving off, he's literally on the fucking back. Like, literally, on the back, he's trying to, I don't know what the hell he was doing at the point where he's just getting to the fucking glass. I don't know what he was doing. I think he was trying to break it. Then eventually they end up crashing, and, then you get this whole scene where they think Winnie the Pooh is dead and Christopher Robin's right there. And, you get to the final scene of the movie, and I don't understand it, but I watched a little bit of it, I believe. Not in Spanish, but there was a clip on YouTube around there. But Christopher Robin, Winnie Pooh ends up waking up, and Christopher Robin tries to get the girl out of there, but Winnie Pooh grabs her by her hair and is threatening her, and then Christopher Robin's saying, I'll stay. I'm pleased, I'm sorry, or whatever the fuck he says. And Winnie Pooh's like, you left me. He ends up slicing her throat and shit, and he cries and shit. Then Winnie Pooh just starts fucking stabbing her and shit all a bunch of times, and then Christopher Robin goes off wherever the fuck he goes. And the movie ends there. And in my opinion, this movie was not fucking bad. I don't get what people do not like about horror movies. Like, the director was trying to spice it up a little bit, try to make children shows horror movies. I don't think it's a bad idea. I like how they do this shit. Like, the Mean One, it's very fucking good. It's a good movie. I liked it. I can't wait for Peter Pan and Neverland Nightmare. I can't wait for Bambi. Whole other ones. And they're going to be making a second one to Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, which they said they will be down for a second one, but yeah. So, I know this video was very fucking long. This is what I'd like to do about movies that came out, because I feel like longer reviews are better. But, yeah. So, in my opinion, I'm probably going to have to give this movie a 10 out of 10. I don't fucking care. Or maybe a 9 out of 10. No, 10 out of 10. It was perfect. Everything about it is perfect in my opinion, but yeah. Not a lot of people liked it. I don't know why, but yeah, that's about it. More movie reviews coming soon on the channel. More commentaries, more movie versus movies, and more franchise versus franchise. I've been doing those a lot lately. There's more coming up, but yeah, that's about it. Keep sucking Nick. I hope you enjoyed this review. Keep sucking Nick.